So the first thing I want to do is I want to break this guy's rib cage, because people with a broken rib cage are injured and injured people are helpless. And then the rest of the stuff I want to do to him, which most especially, I want to grab his arm and bust it over my thigh without him being able to do anything about it. So I'm going to work my way up to that injury that I actually want. So I'm going to start by breaking the rib cage. I'm going to hit him by driving my body in and making contact right under the pec on the right-hand side, what we call the lung target, which you essentially want to think of it as the ribs right under the pec there, because I'm going to be breaking those ribs. So I'm going to drive in, and I'm throwing my entire body. Notice how my elbow is in and down, and my arm is right next to my body here, as you heard us mention earlier. This way I'm throwing the punch with my body. Really all I'm doing is I'm driving my body weight forward, and I happen to be making contact with him with this part of my body. But I'm going to use the musculature of my arm simply to hold my arm to the side of my body so I can transfer those forces into Ron in an inelastic way. That's the whole idea. Now from here, I'm going to step forward and I'm going to hit him in the side of the neck in a similar fashion. But what I'm going to do at the end of that is, as soon as I've made contact, hit him to the side of the neck, cause the injury, and he begins to move away from me because of his spinal reflex in response to the injury, I'm then going to extend my arm all the way through, because now I can use the musculature of my arm to push on a man who's already falling away from me. That way I don't have to worry about me having to be strong enough to push a guy that weighs more than me. He's going to be moving away from the bad stimulus, which is you, and you'll just be able to push as he falls away naturally. Now, with this arm out, I can reach out and get a hold of his wrist, because what I really want to do is break that arm. Once I have a hold of this wrist, I'm now going to step in and I'm going to hip check him. So I'm going to once again drive my entire body through him while stepping behind his foot here, bending my knee into the inside of his knee just to buckle his structure so he goes down. From here, he's going to sit, probably break his tailbone when it hits the ground, hopefully dislocate his wrist or something nasty over there as he goes and hits the concrete. But now I have what I really came here for, and that is a broken arm. And I'm going to take this arm, and I'm going to get his palm up so that I can make sure I break the elbow, just like we talked about in the joint breaking series. And from here, I'm going to be in a nice deep full stance, and I'm going to drive straight down. So this is a strike. I'm going to be striking straight down, driving my body weight straight down to break his elbow backwards over my thigh. And once I've got that broken arm, I'm going to rise up here, heel into the clavicle and the side of the neck to break that collarbone, slam his head into the concrete, bounce it off, and then I'm out of here.